Hi Craig, my name's Simon from Little Big Marketing San Diego. You spoke to my brother Mark, I believe today, about sending over this free custom video that's going to show you a little bit about a service called SEO, along with some tips, or I guess some tips on how I like to go about providing the service for my clients. So first of all, what I wanted to do was show the opportunity that exists. So I've typed in a keyword relevant to you, and a keyword is just anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular product or service. In this case, landscaping company Los Angeles. And I know that you do kind of a little bit more, you niche down a little bit further into landscaping with some of the services that you offer. However, this is just going to give you a broad look to see what I'm talking about. So I've chosen rainforestla.com as your kind of top competitor. From this section here is the organic search results section on Google. So this is their website here. And I've gone ahead and put their URL into a tool we use called Ahrefs. And what this does is give us a look at what SEO they're currently performing on their site, but also can show us the organic traffic that they're receiving from that organic search results section through to their website. So they're gaining around 549 clicks through to their website. So even if they were only closing 10% of those people coming through to their website, they could honestly be generating 30, 40, 50 jobs a month from this. This is organic traffic per month, and this is an estimate based on this tool and the search volumes that exist on Google, but it's usually pretty accurate. If not, it's lower than than in reality. So they're probably gaining around 30 to 50 jobs a month just from their organic search section of Google alone. So that's the opportunity. That's why SEO is so lucrative. And SEO stands for search engine optimization. And it is basically just the process of ranking a website and a Google business profile on Google to the top of any relevant keywords that someone might be searching looking for your service or product. Okay, so that's the opportunity. Now, what I wanted to do was, I guess, do a bit of a comparison between your website here and your top competitor. And the three tips that the three areas of SEO that I like to focus on are content, backlinks, and citations. And I'm going to explain them as I go. But starting with content, what I'm looking for is on the home page, you want to have around 1,500 to 2,000 words of content. That's the sweet spot for Google to essentially begin trusting you as the expert in the field that you're operating. So if you were able to put 1,500 words, between 1,500 and 2,000 words about landscaping on your home page, you're already ticking the box to say, hey Google, I'm an expert. It also allows you to get in keywords such as landscaping company Los Angeles, which takes the guesswork out of it for Google. If you can tell Google, hey, these are the keywords I want to rank for throughout your content, Google doesn't have to guess. Okay, the other area of content that is really important are images. Images taken on a mobile phone are just fine. Don't let anyone tell you different. They embed data on them that tells Google exactly where the image was taken and when. And this is another trust factor for Google to see that you're actually operating in the service area that you say you are. Now, if we go ahead and look at your competition here to see how much content they have, a very slow website. I don't know if you can sort of see that it's popping up after I've already sort of scrolled past it, but very little content, only a few images there. So if you were able to beat these guys out in content and words and images, you're beating these guys out on step number one. So number two, I mentioned backlinks. So you've got all this content on your website. You're telling Google, hey, I'm an expert in this field. Now we're going to go ahead and get endorsements online to endorse that your website as the expert, or your brand and business as the expert. Okay, so backlinks act just like that. And all a backlink is somewhere one website refers to another via a clickable link. And the more of these we have, the more trusted your website becomes. Now I can see that you've got around 289 of these backlinks coming from 54 referring domains. So the referring domain is just the website or the referring website that is giving you that backlink, giving you that endorsement. Okay, and we can actually click into this and see exactly what websites you're gaining those links from. Okay, and we can we can check these out and see which ones are good for you. I can tell you all of these blog spots are not. They can help rank in the short term. I see a lot of SEO companies doing this at the moment. It is a dodgy technique because this is something that the only reason that your website isn't being penalized for this is because Google owns Blogspot. So if you have someone doing SEO for you currently, I would tell them to come up with a new plan other than using Blogspots, or at least in conjunction with it, so that when Google does prevent people from doing this SEO technique, your website doesn't just drop from the sky. And at a worst case, actually be penalized for doing this. So I'm telling you now, the only reason that your website isn't currently penalized, and a lot of other websites that are doing this online aren't penalized, is because Google owns Blogspot, and it doesn't like to penalize its own products, but sooner or later it's going to have to, because I see this now all the time. It's a very cheap and dodgy SEO technique. So that's just a heads up. So what I like to do is come into our competitors, right? So you guys had, 54 referring domains endorsing your website. And these guys have got 939 backlinks coming from 168 referring domains, okay? Again, what I like to do with these guys is these guys are already at the top, so we can use this as a roadmap to get other websites to the top. We can come in here and look at the links that they've got, and we can get the same links plus more. You can see here these guys have got some blog spots as well, so this is why it's going to stop working, because everyone's starting to do it, and it's just, it's only been a technique for the last probably year to 18 months. So yeah, it's not going to be a technique for much longer, but we can use these exact same links that these guys have to promote your website to the top, use it like a roadmap, but then we go ahead and get more and better links. And what I mean by better links is we want endorsements that are coming from websites that are relevant to your industry. So any other home improvement service business or directories that are within the home improvement industry, kind of like Yelp or Home Advisor, Angie's List, Triple B, they all offer a solid endorsement. You can see here these guys have got expertise. That's another directory. Yellow Pages, Super Pages, Chamber of Commerce, all really good links to have on their site. So that's probably why they're currently ranking. So these guys haven't got a whole lot of expert material on their website, but they have got some good endorsements. So once you get the expert content on there and the endorsements, and then more endorsements, you're going to be the expert. Think of it this way: if Google has 10 businesses that it could potentially show for any given search phrase, like landscaping Los Angeles, who's it going to choose? Google's always going to choose the one that it believes is the expert. So that's the person with the most authoritative quality content, and then the best backlinks, okay? Thirdly, we're going to talk about citations. And citations is just anywhere your brand name, number, and address is mentioned on Google, and that usually is included in directories. So directory listings are exactly that, a mention of your brand name, number, and address. So the more of these we can get, the larger our branded online presence becomes. Okay, and that helps us rank both in the content and backlinks help us rank mostly in this organic section. Now these citations come into play and help us rank in the Google Map Pack, which, if you're not familiar with this is where our Google businesses go, our Google business profiles or Google business accounts, previously GMB or Google My Business. And these are extremely lucrative because they generate very, very, very warm leads, very easy to close because people tend to trust Google. Plus, when they come along and they see all this information on this small little card here or on Google Maps, it gives them everything they need to know, from the reviews to give them, the social signals or trust signals, to what they do, how long they've been in business. You can see there for yourself. So they are a very, very, very lucrative tool for small business owners or local business owners to use. And so that will help rank that as well. Now, I just want you to imagine that if you've got your content there, you've got endorsements coming in and saying, yes, we endorse this content, and you've got a large branded presence, you're going to start ranking. So that's the typical way SEO is performed, not with those dodgy backlinks that I showed you earlier. So I hope this kind of teaches you something. And if you have got an SEO company currently doing work for you, it doesn't look like they've been doing anything quickly. So it doesn't look like you probably don't. But if you do, and that they're the ones doing those other links, just maybe check on those and just see if they've got another technique that they're using in conjunction. Okay, so I hope that helps. And if you do have any other questions, feel free to reach out to Mark in the email or give him a call, and we can set up a meeting where normally the next step from this would be, if you are interested in utilizing a service like this from my company, is we would set up a meeting to talk about your revenue targets or revenue goals, the services that you want to specialize in, or specify the services that you want to target and those locations. And then I go and look to make sure I can actually generate or put your website and Google Business in front of enough people to generate the revenue that you want, build the strategy for that, show you the strategy, and then we move forward from there if we're both happy with the strategy, working potentially with each other, and and looking for that long-term relationship. One other thing I'll mention, in conjunction with SEO, I do like to use these Google Guaranteed ads as well as just normal Google pay-per-click ads. Google Guaranteed ads actually offer a pay-per-lead, so you don't pay you only pay when somebody either calls you or submits a form and actually turns into a lead for your business. So these can be very, very effective when used correctly. I do recommend them because SEO is a long-term strategy. Takes a period of months, sometimes years, depending on the competition that is in your area. Wouldn't take years for you, but that's just the reality of SEO for some markets, I should say. So we use these advertising tools in the interim to generate the short-term revenue to essentially pay for SEO and obviously make money at the same time. So I hope that all helps again. And once again, if you have any questions or want to ask anything at all, please feel free to reach out. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.